Planet Earth. Goku alongside all the Z fighters had reflected on everything that had happened. Zeno-sama had observed and found the fight that Goku had alongside Vados against Gon very amusing. At that moment, Whis watches and says,
Zeno-sama is sometimes a little weird. His attitudes are very questionable. Maybe it's because he still has a child's body. Haha. He saw Lord Goku fighting his son. Gon was causing a lot of destruction here and thought that the battle Goku was having against Gon was cool and fun. It seems like it's a bit surreal when we started to observe all this. But everything is fine. The important thing is that Mr. Zeno did not at least want to erase this universe itself. Let's wait.
At that moment, Zeno-sama observes Goku and says,
Goku, I hope you enjoyed receiving my energy. Now you have some of the Omni-God energy. In the meantime, I'll go back beside the Great Priest straight to my palace. If I trust you to put an end to all this, but know that if I feel this universe is beyond saving, I will erase it myself.
At that moment, the High Priest observes and says,
Mr. Goku, I'm so happy that you've gotten stronger alongside your friends. I know that the future of the entire universe will be perfect beside you. I'm sure Sakai is up to something, but I find it difficult for her to plan an invasion while she's recruiting other warriors to replace the losses that occur in her army. You are at the advantage. How Universe 7 is controlling this celestial war. As soon as you order it, we will invade the palace of the High Priestess Sakai. Of course, firstly, you will have to locate and know where this palace is. Haha.
At that moment, Goku starts to smile and says, Thank you very much, Great Priest. You can count on us. We will be able to resolve this whole situation. At that moment, at least for a short period of time, it seemed that all universes found themselves in a moment of peace. The High Priestess Sakai recovered her warriors and her losses that directly occurred in the Celestial War in its first phase. She was in a moment of truce, already realizing her plan was working since Gon was already at her side. At that moment, Goku in Universe 7 says, Mr. Beerus, I need to conduct one more training in the Room of the Gods now that I have some of Zeno-sama's energy. I want to know how far the limit of my strength will be. Vegeta watches and speaks.
Kakarot, don't think things will stay like this. I'm sure I'll get over it. My Yamazaki God power is much more powerful now.
Goku starts to smile and says, Haha, so it's decided, Vegeta. Let's go together to the Room of the Gods. Alright partner, why don't you whack that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos and stay well inside our entire universe of Z Warriors. Let's get back to the point. At that instant, directly on the Earth, Gohan started talking to Piccolo. Gohan says, Mr. Piccolo, it looks like things have gotten a lot more complicated here. Even activating incredible powers, if it weren't for others' help, we might not even be resisting anymore. In a war, it is not enough to be the strongest. There's still the question of having to have a strategy to be able to fight against all the enemies that appear. That was really tricky. I should have realized everything that was going on. Each time the battles became more intense, but still the power that the Lord emanated was incredible. The Lord managed to perform a transformation that was said to be a Namekian god. That power for a few minutes was able to surpass even the Saiyan Supreme gods. This power was extremely high. I'm sure you will be able to control this power 100%. Piccolo watches and speaks.
Well then, haha, this time I won't falter like last time. But still, we can analyze different situations. You managed to reach the second stage of your beast mode form, Gohan. So I confess that I will be very anxious to see what you will be able to show. I'm sure you got a lot stronger.
At that moment, Gohan observes and says, Looks like we're going to have to do what Mr. Whis asked. Flashback to moments before the start of the Celestial War invasion. Whis spoke to Gohan directly via telepathy. Whis says,
Gohan, you will be the direct commander in this celestial war. The most powerful warriors have great potential. So I have a favor to ask of you. There are warriors like Gon who are considered the potentials of war. However, they need to have their essence released so they can start fighting. There is a specific warrior that I would like to take your essence from another world and bring it to your body here on Earth. He's still a kid, but if you do that, things will change here. I'm sure he'll be able to resolve this entire situation should any turnaround happen.
At that moment, Gohan watches and speaks. But who are you talking about, Mr. Whis? At that instant, Whis says,
The one who is the reincarnation of the one who one day almost eliminated him and almost eliminated the entire Earth.
Gohan at that moment makes a serious face and says, Majin Buu! At that moment, Whis starts to smile and says,
Haha, exactly. There is a boy who is extremely powerful and he actually became the reincarnation of Majin Buu. He can take his power extremely high and he manages to get more and more powerful. So it would be extremely interesting for you to go after the essence of his powers and bring it here. But the essence of it is not what it is here on Earth. His essence is in another realm, actually the realm called Makai, where the souls of demons that have been eradicated are found. So I need you to go there and get Son Gohan.
At that moment, Gohan learned that the energy that was being emanated by the reincarnation of Majin Buu was in the Makai realm. Gohan says, Mr. Piccolo, looks like we have a job to do. At that moment, Gohan was already prepared to go to the Makai kingdom beside Piccolo. At that moment, an unusual presence appears and says, Well, I hope you need some company, because until now, I haven't fought in this war, and now I'm going to make an alliance with you, haha. At that moment, android number 17 appears. Piccolo smiles. Gohan says, Number 17, your help will be paramount. Now our team is much stronger. Gohan and Piccolo alongside android number 17 go to the Makai realm at Whis' command. Meanwhile, Goku and Vegeta on the planet Beerus enter the room of the gods. Beerus starts to carry out his training alone and Goku says, Looks like Mr. Beerus is quite different. He didn't perform any kind of training before and now he's showing much greater power. That's incredible. Well, let's see how far this goes, Gon. Wait for me, that soon I will show my real power. At that moment, straight in the unknown galaxy in the palace of the great priestess Zakai, the high priestess beside Gon and Yujiro starts talking. Yujiro says, Well, I don't know where Kai went. He must have gone to get involved in one of the other realms so he could try to collect the Dark Dragon Balls. He will certainly want to destroy anyone who opposes him. At that moment, Zakai says, Interesting. Gon, I have a task for you. We're gathering the Dark Dragon Balls because we need to bring back the Dragon Realm, so it would be really interesting if you could help gather them for us. There is one of our warriors who is trapped in a realm too, and I need you to free him. Would you like to go alongside Yujiro? At that moment, Gon speaks. I can handle this myself. I don't need anyone to go with me. A big smile appears unexpectedly. Haha, wow. It looks like we were the last ones to get here, isn't it, Zyros? Zakai watches and speaks.
Finally, you came back.
At that moment, Zyko, Zyros, and the unknown presence appear. Zyko, the Supreme Saiyan, says, I destroyed countless planets until I got here. Gon looks seriously at Zyros because he remembers the kiss of death technique he had received from her in the past. Zyros smiles and says, Hello, Gon. Where are we going together? Ha 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 ha. Gon looks at Zakai and says, Where would I have to go? At that moment, Zakai starts laughing and says,
There is a place that is called the Kingdom of Darkness, the Makai realm. The Makayoshins aren't very friendly with us, so maybe you'll have some problems there. But I need you to bring us a mage named Mukai who is imprisoned there. He will know where the sphere of darkness is.
Gon starts to smile and says, So that will be the important thing for me to perfect my powers and become much stronger. I will bring it to you here. Zyro smiles and says, I will go with you, my dear Gon, so we can forget the past fights. Gon responds, do what you want, I don't care. At that moment, Zakai smiles and says, then it's done. Your mission will be to the Makai Kingdom, Gon. Gohan and Gon predestined to meet again. Fate meets again and intersects. To be continued. Alright partner, what do you believe and what do you imagine about all of this? Regardless of what it is, it's more than important that you share your thoughts in the comments below so we can get into a crazy debate. Whack that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. That's all there is to it, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.